Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Hello to all of my motivators family. This is Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. Today, we're going to be talking about a subject about assumptions and people who make assumptions about us and jumping to conclusions. Over here, we talk about all of those things because it's kind of annoying. So, are you a person that jumps to conclusions, or are you a person that assumes? Let's get into talking about that today. So, why is it that people make assumptions? I want to hear your comments in the comment section below, okay? Because I know for myself why I make some assumptions. We all do it as human beings. We make assumptions about other people. And for the first thing, I think 100% of the time, it's based on our experiences in our life because we feel that other people go through the things that we go through, or they have the same experiences that we have. So we assume that other people are in the same position as us. And it's not always that. Hi, Miss Jackie. How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome in. And everybody who is new here, hit the like, subscribe, all of those things if you choose to. Okay. So let's get back into talking about this. I know for myself, it was an issue that I had before. And if you all don't know, this channel is all about becoming more healthy in our mindset, in our thinking, being positive, healing our inner child, just maturing and being our best self so we can live our best life. Okay. So, on this topic today, I wanted to cover talking about why people make assumptions. Okay. Why do they do it? And I believe that it's because we feel we have all the facts. Isn't it true that the majority of the time we feel that when we are looking at somebody, especially if it's somebody we've known for a long period of time, we assume that we know things because we feel we have all of the facts. And in actuality, a lot of times it's other people, they want to sway our thinking. They want for us to either not like that person because they want to be the forefront person. They want for us to not like them because they don't like them, because they want to get all of the attention. It's something that as humans, we do a lot. We do it a lot, and it's not good. Over here, all of my motivators family, we always want to talk about these important topics, this important discussion, okay? Because one thing that is for sure is that every single one of us needs to grow. Everybody is in a process and a journey in their entire life. And it's up to us whether we're going to stay stuck in our life or we're going to continue to do the same things that we have always done. And one thing that I promised myself when I healed my inner child, when I got more mature, when I learned things, when I gained knowledge, I would not allow my past. I would not allow the way other people treated me or talked to me be a reflection on how I treat myself and how I treat others. See, that's the part, motivators family. The majority of people, when we go through situations in our life, we allow our past experiences, our past behaviors, we allow it to keep us stuck. And we allow those things to negatively impact us. And we just cannot do that. We have to allow ourselves to move past all of those things and be our best. I want you to be your best. And I'm always striving to be a better woman. Or if you're a male, always strive to be a better man. Okay. So, one of the things that I think for sure is that we make assumptions because we feel we have all of the facts. And I know for sure that sometimes the way things look, if you have some doubt or if you have some dislike about somebody, it's so easy for us to think that we know whatever the person is doing or saying. But if you want to have some sort of idea or thought about a person, all we have to do is jump to a conclusion. So we're going to get into talking about that too. Why I wanted to talk about this is I feel that it's important for us to, as adults, not to stay stuck into mindsets, into thoughts, into opinions of others if we truly don't know. I know for myself, when somebody makes an assumption about me or jumps to a conclusion, it's not a good feeling to be on the other side of that. And even when we apologize, what the mature thing to do is for us to talk about some of these things that we're going to get into right now. I see I have some comments in the comment section. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. And everybody in the chat, happy Friday. Happy last week of 2024, everybody. So that's something that is important, that we become mature enough to not let ourselves be stuck into mindsets, into thoughts, into positions, into all of these things. And sometimes it's our past, things that maybe your parents did to you or your siblings or whoever raised you. Sometimes it's because of the surroundings, our environment. If you're around people who are toxic, it makes you feel that this is the only way to be. I can only be this because of people around me. But if we want to make changes, if we want to make better choices, if we want to elevate, if we want to be positive, we have to learn to shift our mindset into positive things, into being more mature, into saying, that's not the truth. I do not have all of the facts. And it's something that we have to learn and grow into. We have to learn how to not just take everything at face value, not believe everything that other people say. And this is a point that is very important to this discussion, is that we judge others. We all judge other people. We think that we know their life. We think we know who they are today. And one thing that I wanted to say is that a lot of times we think that we know what other people are going through, or we think we knew somebody a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was. But people can change. I don't mean all people, but sometimes we are holding people in a seat of judgment, and people can mature. They can go through some things in their life, and they may have made some bad mistakes. They may have hurt you. They may have stabbed you in the back, but don't stay in that position, and never allow a person to mature and grow up. Don't say, like, put a stamp on somebody. They tainted me once, they did me bad once, and that's it, I'm done with them. Not saying that you're going to let people run over you and be a doormat, but at the same time, do not allow and close doors, because if we are honest with ourselves, we have hurt other people. We have judged other people. We have done wrong. So you have to give others the freedom and the space in the room to grow as well. That's important. Hey, Miss Eunice, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Realist, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Friday to everybody. Happy last week of 2024. I wanted to say this to everybody. One of the things about assumptions is is that we all have them. We all have assumptions. We all have some judgments. We look at people and we look at the way they look, how they dress, the way we talk, and then we judge them. Why is it that people do that? And at the same time, we judge others, and then at the same time, we don't want to be judged. It's a very contrary way to be. And the thing about it is, I know not a lot of people are as transparent as I am, but I remember when I was in that space of being very immature, I was very toxic. I didn't want to heal. I didn't want to work on myself. I blamed everybody. And I think every single person goes through those times in their life where they blame their parents, they blame their upbringing, they blame this and they blame that. But at a certain period of time, we have to mature and learn to be accountable for our own actions. How do we show up? How do we treat people? And ask ourselves the questions: do I treat others in a respectful way? Do I believe I know everything? Or do I do some of these things that we're going to talk about? I have four things that we should do instead of jumping to conclusions. One of the things is this: instead of jumping to conclusions and feeling that we know or making assumptions, instead ask questions. Ask other people. Don't go by, oh, my sister's auntie's mama's cousin or the other coworker or a manager or this person or they said this on social media. If you want to know what is really going on in somebody's life, the best thing that you can do is ask questions. See, this is what mature people do. We ask questions and we don't assume that we know everything. Okay. Realist says all it takes is one little assumption. That's all it takes. And one assumption can ruin a person's reputation. All it takes is one person putting something out there, something, and it's a lie. It's not true at all. Or they saw something, but maybe they didn't see the whole thing. They only saw the end part of it. So it's easy for us to put our input into things. It's much better, just like this point that I want to bring out. Ask questions. You don't know everything, and it does mean that we have to be humble people. And that's not an easy thing as human beings, as women and as men. But I'm talking about making a distinguishment between a mature woman and a mature man. I don't mean all adults. I don't mean all human beings are capable or they want to, but I'm talking about the people who are in a space in their life where they're mature. I'm not just going to jump in. I'm not going to, just because somebody said stay away from them or because a person said they did this to me, it doesn't automatically mean it's going to happen to me. So, as mature people, this is what we do. I want to shift from assumptions to a more healthy, more peaceful, more positive mindset and thinking. Instead of making an assumption, the thing to do for us motivators is ask. Don't feel that you know, even if it seems silly. The only silly questions is the ones that we don't ask. If you want to know something, ask the source. I don't mean ask the mother, ask the boyfriend or girlfriend, ask the job, ask other people on social media. You don't know what other people's intentions are. And unfortunately, behind these assumptions, people have been, um, relationships have gotten broken up, romantic relationships. There has been discord between relatives. There's been a lot of things that has happened besides, in the name of people feeling that they should be dipping their mouth in other people's business. That's another thing that I want to say is we have to stop feeling that we are entitled to put ourselves in the middle of other people's business. It's nothing like being a mature and grown woman or man and saying, that's not my business. It's not my space to, or it's not my business to be trying to get into this and feeling that I know what other people are going through and assuming even if somebody is your relative. There are certain things between a husband and a wife, between maybe parents or between other people, that they have to work out their own issues and problems. We cannot allow others to make us make bad decisions, bad choices, have bad behaviors, have bad attitude toward others. It's just not reasonable. We have to do better, Motivators family, because I have seen from when I was growing up, it used to be people looking at, oh, look at them. They think they're that, they're all that, and they're this and they're that. And what it really is at the root of it, a lot of times people make assumptions about others because they're jealous. They're jealous of the moves that they're making. They're jealous that they probably have been left behind. Okay. Hey, Miss Heather, how are you? Happy Friday. Happy last Friday in 2024. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Welcome in. Happy last Friday in 2024. Welcome, welcome. And hey, Nate, how are you? Welcome. Thank you guys. Shout out to all my amazing mods and all of my channel members. Yeah, all it takes is one little assumption, doesn't it, realists? Um, and it can ruin so many things. You know, I've seen people make an assumption or tell a lie, stab somebody in the back and cause somebody to lose their job. And it's just a cycle. So many things happen behind a person who dips in or doesn't like somebody and they want to mess up somebody and ruin it. But I believe what goes around comes around. What you do to one person, trust me, it is going to rotate back to you. And when that thing comes back on you, it's not going to be anything pretty. Okay. See other comments I have before I go on to my next point. If you guys have not already, please hit the like. Hit the like, everybody. Really appreciate every single one of you. Yes. Yes. I'm doing amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, Eastad, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yes. And that's just it. Realist one, communication. And how many of us communicate effectively? Because there's many ways for us to communicate as grown women and men. I have seen a lot of adults still acting like little kids. They're acting like children. Oh, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm gonna do this. It's it's something that we have to learn if we're upset, if we feel slighted. What mature people do is they ask questions because maybe somebody has done something to offend us, but maybe it was not on purpose. Okay. Things can happen, situations can happen. But if you really want to salvage relationships, if you really want to be a role model and a good example, if you want to shift to being a positive encourager, all of these things that we should be as we mature. Something that I want to say to all of the motivators family right now is I remember when I was younger and I used to see what they would call like the big mamas, the grandparents. There were people who were role models and they just didn't take any mess. Now it's a position where many of us now, we need to be the role models. We need to be the examples and to have the people who are looking at us. This is how you treat somebody, even when they don't do the right thing. I'm still going to ask questions. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not going to listen to everybody else. You know, you have to be a woman enough or man enough to not sit in a seat of judgment or to, you know, put your nose up and to believe that we know some things and we don't. Yeah, some folks can't help it, and I do get it. And that's why I was saying this conversation is for my mature ladies, my mature gentlemen, you know, all of those things, okay? And I think that's something that is so important. Yes, yes, Miss Jackie. Yes, please share this video out, hit the like. Yes, and check out all my amazing moderators and channel members that are content creators. Go check out their channels. Yes. Yes, it is. You know, one thing that people don't realize is that what you do today it will come back to you. It's always a payback. So even sometimes when somebody has done something that's mean and nasty to us, what will you be? You know, I hear people all the time talking about, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a person of faith, I'm this, I'm that, I'm mature, until a situation happens. And then you always will find out who a person is when they get angry, you know? And that's something that I'm a work in progress, because I'm human, and I'm sure many of my motivators family are as well. When we get upset, it's easy for us to you want to react. That's the easiest thing, is to react. But you have to be very careful on the way that you react to things, especially when you have children, especially when you have like some sort of business, or you have a brand or whatever it is. You want to make the decisions that the onlooker say, oh, that's how they treat people, or that's how they deal with situations. So we always can sometimes take a breath. That's one of the things that I like to do. Even when I get upset and angry, if somebody has done something to me, I'll take a breath and I'll walk away, because I know if I say something else, I'm going to go all the way left and say something that I cannot take back. Some things that we say in the heat of the moment, in anger, you regret it later, because I shouldn't have said that. And when you say things to people, whoever said words can never hurt you, is one of the biggest lies, because something that somebody says to slight other people, to ruin people's reputation, it can follow you for years and years. And Nate says, some people unfortunately will never grow mentally. Okay. It's best to keep away from those individuals. Exactly. That's why we have to be mature enough as adults to know the people who we want to continue to follow, and the people that we need to let go of. And I'm just being real and honest, everybody. There are some people that they never deserve to have a position in your life, ever. They never deserved to have that position in your life. It's just that some people, they got that position in your life because they are a blood relative and not family, because that's two different things. A person can be related to you, but that does not mean they are your family. Okay. Yes, some folks, they swear. Um, uh, some folks swear them ever being wrong isn't a real thing also. Yes, that they will never take that humility position, right? Never. They'll never be humble enough to say, I was wrong, I should not have said this, or apologize to the group, what I said was wrong. But I always say, you find out who people are, in certain moments with certain actions. Okay, we find out who people are. Yes, Eunice, absolutely. Yes, and narcissism is a real thing. Yes, real. It's a real thing. There's a lot of people with narcissistic, with just some mental imbalances. Some people have a lot of things going on as to the reason why they are the way. And for some, unfortunately, it's a power thing. They want to be in control of other people, and they don't care who they hurt, trying to elevate and to grow. They don't care who they step on. They don't care who they run over. They don't care whose reputation they ruin. They just want whatever they want. But, whatever you do in the dark always comes to the light. um it's always, the truth always comes out, always, no matter how much you try to hide it, the truth always gets revealed, and you always find out who are your real true ride or dies, and who are the people that you need to leave them alone. Okay. Yes, same to you, Eastad, same to you. Yeah, they definitely can, realists. Hey, Robert, how are you? Happy Friday. Welcome in. Welcome in. Yes, check out all of my mods' awesome content. Okay. Yes, share this live out. Okay, let's get back to the second point that I have. Okay. Instead of jumping to the conclusions or making assumptions, instead, if you didn't see something with your own two eyes, don't listen to hearsay. Have you ever heard, like, what's that game we used to play when we were younger? Telephone. One person says something to the next person and it goes on down the line. And when it gets to the end of the line, there's been so many things that have been added to it, so many lies, things have been twisted. So it's very important, just like I said from the first point, instead ask questions. If you really want to know, ask a question. And if you didn't see it with your own two eyes, don't go spreading stuff, spreading rumors, spreading gossip. And I've seen people do it all the time on the job. I've seen people do it on social media. And when they're friends with somebody and they want to smear people's reputation, it's so much grimy, snakish. That's my term, snakish. Like, people are just snakes in the grass. People are crabs in the barrel. They have that crab in the barrel mentality, and they want to drag you down because they're down, or because of their choices, or because they're not getting the attention, the limelight, the shine. They don't want to see you winning, and they're envious of it. So that's a real thing too. But we can't allow others um, to sway us because of their opinion of another person. That's something that I had to learn and grow into, that behavior of not trying to, because I'm friends with this person or I'm friends with that person, that I'm going to stop being me. I'm going to stop doing the things that I like to do, or feeling that I cannot be friends with two people because they don't get along. It gets very sticky and hairy sometimes because you're friends with one person and they're not friends. So some people feel because you are not friends with they're not friends with them, you shouldn't be friends with them. And that's just not how it works with mature people. We have to learn that if you don't get along with somebody, that's you. Don't allow other people to say you can't be friends with me if you're friends with them. That's very immature, and it's time we leave that mindset and that thinking behind. Everybody has people they get along with, and for us to be mature, mature women, mature men, we can't hold on to that, childish, elementary, middle school, high school thinking. You can only be my friend, you can't be their friend. That's a control mechanism, and we have to stop that. Okay, I see I have some comments here. um Miss Jackie says, hurt people, hurt people. I say this because people often want others to feel like they feel. Yes. And, it's a natural thing when somebody offends us, hurts us, backstabs us. The first thing we want to do is we want to get even. You want to get revenge. I'm going to get back at them. I'm going to reveal something personal that they did. But we have to think, okay? I remember my mom used to always tell me that think before you act, because the reaction is not something that you can go backwards. Okay, we can't always go backwards and oh, I didn't mean to do it. And we can say we're sorry for something we do all day long, but sorry does not fix the emotional pain you cause to another person. It doesn't help it. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. And Eunice says, yes, I cannot stand that when someone tells me it's either them or the other person. I don't allow that. No, it causes separation. Okay. If you want to be friends with somebody, I may not get along. I may be like, oh, that's not my friend. But I'm not going to stop being a person's friend because they choose to seek friendships with them. To each his or her own. That's part of being a mature adult. Okay. And we have to do way better than that, right? Okay. Yes, this is a safe space. Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. And this comment is from Robert. That is selfish. Just don't be around the other person, or be respectful when you are around both parties. Yes. Yeah, it should be a rule. It should be a rule. Be respectful. Be respectful of other people and their opinions. Something that I had to learn, this, is one of those things that nobody really teaches you. Like, you're just thrown out there as an adult, and then you have to learn, okay, what are some of the things that I learned? What are some things that are values, my core values, and what are some of the things that I was told or taught? You have to learn to let go of the things that are is not healing. That I had to understand that a lot of things that I grew up hearing was toxic. Let's be realistic, everybody. Oh, hey, Latanya, how are you? Welcome. Happy Friday. I had to learn that as a grown woman, that sometimes some of the behaviors, some of the things that you were taught was not healthy. It was very toxic. It's very manipulative. It's controlling. And as mature, as healed, as happy people, as motivated and inspired people, we have to understand that sometimes our ancestors didn't have the right tools. They didn't want to forgive. They didn't want to let go. They didn't want to do better. And it is not easy to let go of not wanting to listen. Oh, what did they say? Not wanting to listen into gossip, not jumping to a conclusion, not making judgments. But as we grow, as we strive, as we mature, we have to understand that's what other people are saying. They are free to say what they want to say, but also we don't have to sit there and listen to it or add to it, and make it a snowball and make it grow bigger and bigger. We can choose to be the person to walk away when we hear that gossip, when we hear that negativity, when someone is being talked about behind their back. We can be the adult to say that's not right. Stand up for other people, and say, I won't take part of that, because it's happened to me on the job when they say, oh, what do you think about them? Oh, you don't like them, do you? No. I said, if somebody is not, if you can't have a conversation with somebody and say those things to their face, I don't want to be a part of stabbing people in the back. Even if it's somebody I may not get along with, I will not ruin people's reputation. And I'm not going to be a judgmental person, because every single person has issues. Everybody has flaws. Not one person is free of it. Okay. Yes, Miss Jackie, life is too short to be unhappy for anyone or anything. And that's what happens a lot. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to put all the cards on the table. I know when I was growing up, I used to be so unhappy and sad, because when you're around people who are unhappy and they're toxic and they're controlling and manipulative, and they only want everybody to do what they want, it starts to make you feel like you're triggered all the time. I had to learn that I don't have to walk on eggshells around other people. I will not associate with people who have no problem throwing people under the bus, ruining people's reputation, doing all kinds of things underhanded. One thing about me is I'm a loyal person, but at the same time, I'm loyal, but I'm not gullible. There's a big difference. Don't let people spit in your face and run over you and through you. You have the option to leave people behind, because not everybody who is around us is good for us. I hope that message resonated with somebody, because um, I know for me, for a long time, I used to always be waiting for people to be on board who are my relatives or people that I knew for a long time. And because they were saying the words, the verbal words, I love you, I care for you, it doesn't mean that it's true. Okay. It doesn't mean that it's true. Just because you say you love me, no, some people love to control you. Some people love to know your business. Some people love to, just stir things. Some people love drama. And I didn't understand that was the reason why I was always feeling so down and dark and sad, because of them, because they have made a choice to give up. Hi, Kelly. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Welcome in. Happy last Friday of the week. Um, so that's one of the things that we definitely have to learn and pay attention to. We have to pay attention to others' energy. And if we have people around us and their energy is off, their energy is dark, their energy is controlling, we have to leave them alone and let them go. Okay? They're never going to change. And that was so hard for me to accept, that the people that I had been used to for such a long time, relatives, quote unquote friends, and they're not friends, they're frenemies. They smile in your face, stab you in the back. Or people who talk about their family and they love you, but they've never done anything that is supportive, anything that uplifts you. It's always something to step on you and bring you down and talk about what you're not doing. Those are not healthy relationships. And it was one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because not all relationships are good relationships. Not all people that you know of deserve to have a space in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, in your soul, because they will just drag you down and bring you down. They don't deserve to be a part of your life. So you have to love yourself enough to say, I deserve better than that. I deserve better than you. And yeah, it's gonna hurt sometimes if it's a relative or a friend or a romantic relationship, somebody you cared about. But when you love yourself more than just a label. You love yourself more than what you're being told. See, talk is cheap. Words are easy to say, but a person who lives it, who shows, okay, I'm telling you that I'm here for you. I'm telling you I love you. I'm telling you you're my friend. And then because of that, I show up with the proper behaviors, with the proper treatment, with the whatever it is, the upliftment and the encouragement and the support that shows that they really do care about you. But as I said, and I say all the time, not all people are good people, okay? Not all people are good people. There are a lot of manipulative people in this life, okay? And this is another thing that is so important to talk about. Why do people make assumptions and jump to conclusions? Instead of jumping to conclusions or making an assumption, we have to understand that everyone needs time. Everyone needs space. Everyone needs patience. Just because maybe you have gotten to learn something faster, maybe you have never been through the things that that person is going through. It's one of those things you have to display some compassion, some loving kindness. You know, just because you can say something or just because you can put somebody down, why do you choose to? And that's one of the things that I had to learn in shifting my mindset, because I grew up in that. If you have an opportunity to get even or throw somebody under the bus, get back at them, get revenge, you do this and do that. But don't, it always look at it as, if that was me and I was in their shoes, how would I want to be treated? That's what a mature person does. And they think about the future. And even though that person may not be right, and I'm not saying hang out with people that have bad energy and bad vibes and mistreat you and backstab you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when you encounter certain individuals, maybe that person just needs some kindness. Maybe that person is just hungry for some attention and some love and some kindness and some patience. I think every single person just wants to be loved. It's a part of the human experience. Every single person wants to be loved. Just some people just don't know how to love. They don't know what love actually means. So for me, it's one of those things where if I have an opportunity to be kind, do I? If you have an opportunity to smile, there's a lot of things in this life that we can do that's free. We can smile at others, we can be kind, we can give people the benefit of the doubt. We don't have to honk our horn with road rage and cuss people out. Everything that we do in this life as a reaction, we can choose to do so in a positive manner. And if we can't be positive, if we're upset or we're angry, this is where our maturity is going to take over and take control. And then we're going to pull back until we can take a deep breath, until we can relax, until we're no longer furious. And then we will react in a better manner, because when we react, when we're upset with somebody, we do not always react in the best way possible. I know I definitely don't. So this is the last point, everybody. Why do people make assumptions and jump to conclusions? Instead, we should have this thinking when we encounter other people. You never know what someone is going through. So instead of making an assumption and being negative and trying to embarrass other people and laugh at them and say, oh, they're always that way. Have you ever thought about the shoes that they've walked in, the experiences that they've been through, maybe the sadness, the pain, the depression, the abandonment issues? Have you ever thought that maybe they're going through some bigger things that I just cannot understand? And when you cannot understand what somebody is going through, this is the time for us to display maturity, kindness, compassion, love, faith, kindness. It does not take anything to be kind. It takes nothing away from you. It's not going to cost you any money, any dollars to just say, have a good day. I hope it gets better for you. May peace be with you. I hope things shift and change for you. I'm going to pray for you. I hope whatever. It's always easier for us to be kinder. It doesn't take anything away from you to say, I hope it changes for you. I hope better happens for you. Even if it's not somebody you want to deal with on a regular basis, it may not be a person that you get along with, but you don't have to be negative and snap at them and cuss out everybody that you encounter. You don't know what other people are going through. Everybody goes through something differently, okay? And how I would react to things, it may not be a way that Latanya or Kelly or Jackie or Robert or Eunice or Jackie may handle it. Everybody deals with things differently, okay? So I just wanted for you all to think about that on your, before we move into 2025. I can't believe we're saying that, but we are actually moving into 2025. And before then, I wanted to have this discussion and to talk about this and to say to everybody, you know, while it's easy, while we are human, yeah, we look at people, we judge them, and we think because of the way a person dresses or their educational level. So the next time you encounter somebody that may be going through something, maybe this time you're going to have a different reaction. Think about, how would I feel if I was them? Is this a good time for me to display some kindness to another person instead of walking past a person and ignoring them? Could you hold that door open for a person? Could you pay it forward and buy a person a sandwich? Maybe somebody who is in struggling with something. Could you be kind? Could you be patient? Could you be understanding? You never know when the shoe may be on the other foot and you may be in need of some kindness, of some compassion, of some human dignity and compassion. I think every single one of us as human beings, we all want love. We all want to be listened to. We all want to be respected. And I do understand that there are some people who will never be kind or compassionate. And those are the individuals that we unfortunately have to limit our interactions with them. We have to limit how much time we put into them, how much energy we extend to them, and just leave those people alone to continue baking and cooking because they're not fully baked. There, some people are just very immature or toxic, or some just evil, with narcissistic personalities, mental issues, and we can't do anything about those people. But I mean, on the most part, for the majority of individuals that we encounter, we have to be responsible for ourselves. We have to be accountable of the way we treat other people. So the next time somebody says, "Ooh, let me tell you something," or are you going to sit there and say, "Oh, tell me about it"? "Oh, I knew, I told you that was going to happen"? Or will you take part and say, "I will not feed into gossip. I will not ruin another person's reputation. I will extend an olive branch. I will display compassion and understanding. I will heal. I will give people the benefit of the doubt, and I will ask questions instead of assuming that I know." Okay? Because we just don't know what other people are dealing with and going through. Okay? Yes, if you can't be around someone for 5 to 10 minutes and have good conversations, leave them alone. Yeah, that's one of the things that's important. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Jackie. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Kelly. And Latanya says, very true, very true. Yes, yes, we need positive energy going into 2025. I can't believe it. So before Monday, before we get to, no, Tuesday is going to be New Year's Eve. So before Wednesday, um, I wanted to say to everybody, I hope that your 2025 is going to be fantastic. I hope you're going to get everything that you deserve to get. I hope you walk in your light. You know your worth. You hold your head up. You heal. You forgive. And you be your personal best. I don't mean outside your relatives, this person, that person. No, we're focusing on ourselves. We're being our best self. We're going to be intentional about the way we treat ourselves. We're going to love ourselves. We're going to practice self-care. We will be patient with ourselves. We'll heal ourselves and we'll speak positively. And you know, I always say over here, have positive self-talk. Talk to yourself in a positive manner. I love myself. I am worthy. I am capable. I can do all things because I am deserving. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and supporting today's discussion. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you all so much. And I will see you guys in 2025. And to anybody who has been a victim of someone backstabbing them, hurting them, I wish you all peace. I wish you all healing. And as much as you can, as much as is possible, as much as it depends on you, release it and let it go because it's not worth it harboring anger, animosity, jealousy. Leave all that negative energy and let's walk into 2025 with peace in our heart, in our spirit, in our soul, because we deserve it. I'm Marlene Motivates, and I am your life coach. I hope that you have enjoyed today's topic and discussion. If you're new here, hit the like, subscribe, join my channel membership. It starts at $1.99. Shout out to the channel members. We will be live for a channel member live on this Monday. Thank you guys so much. Yes, Miss Jackie says, please run a playlist and please check out all of my awesome moderators. Miss Kelly of I Bring It Every Day. Okay. Check out Jackie Gaines. She has a business. She has a book. Miss Jackie, please put a link to your books. Okay, your book and your business and all of those things. Check out Realist One here. I know he was here earlier on. Check out Realist One here. Please check out Heather Hunter's channel. She does great about her crafting and all of those things. Check out Nate the Great podcast, amazing channel. And shout out to Miss Eunice. Thank you so much for your support. And if there's anybody that I missed, oh yes, Sirius. Check out my amazing moderator, Sirius. Thank you guys so much for your support always. Oh, and Eastad. Shout out to Eastad. Thank you guys so much for your support always. Keep your head up. Be positive, okay? That's Miss Jackie's website, okay? Everybody have a great day. Keep your head up. Be positive. I am Marlene Motivates, your life coach. And you know what we say over here. Let's hear it. Just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life. I'll see my members back on Monday, and in the public, I will see you guys back on New Year's Day, Wednesday. Bye-bye, everybody.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, Yeah.
See you all in 2025.